Ryan Reynolds.
Take a pumpkin-spiced cinnamon stick and shove it right up your ass.
A Hollywood heavyweight known for his sarcastic charm, quick wit, and of course his iconic roles in movies like Deadpool. But there's another side to Ryan, a business-savvy entrepreneur who's not only changing the game in spirits, but also reshaping what it means to market a brand in the age of social media. In 2018, he took a leap from the big screen to the gin scene, becoming a co-owner of Aviation Gin, a Portland-based craft gin that was little known outside Oregon. Ryan didn't just bring star power to Aviation Gin, he brought a unique brand of humour and authenticity that catapulted aviation into the global market. But how did a Hollywood actor go from blockbuster hits to gin distillery tours? And what is it about Ryan's influence that made aviation one of the most recognisable gins worldwide? Today we'll unpack the story of Ryan Reynolds and Aviation Gin, exploring how he transformed this small gin brand into an empire through clever marketing, witty ads, and a relentless passion for what he does. First, let's rewind a little. Before Ryan Reynolds came along, Aviation Gin was a small batch gin distillery with big dreams but modest reach. Founded in Portland, Oregon by a team of gin enthusiasts, the brand was inspired by the classic American cocktail, the Aviation, a vibrant drink that's smooth yet bold, with a mix of flavours that are both familiar and unique. The founders wanted to create a gin that embodied that same spirit. Their gin was crafted with a precise mix of botanicals, achieving a smooth, balanced profile that made it versatile for cocktails while also easy enough to drink neat. But as unique as the product was, it was still competing in a crowded craft gin market. Aviation Gin needed something extra to get noticed, and that something turned out to be Ryan Reynolds. The story goes that Ryan first discovered Aviation Gin while on a trip. After just one sip, he was so taken with the flavour that he knew he had to be a part of it. But in true Ryan fashion, he didn't just want to endorse the product. No, he wanted to be involved. Fully involved. Within a few short months, Ryan had become a co-owner of Aviation Gin, eager to bring his creative vision to the brand. This wasn't just a celebrity endorsement deal. It was a full-fledged business partnership, one where Ryan would have a real say in the direction and marketing of the brand. And with that, Aviation Gin had a new co-owner who wasn't afraid to shake things up. What set Ryan apart from other celebrity co-owners was his genuine passion for the product and his hands-on approach to the brand's growth. He dove headfirst into the gin world, learning everything he could about distilling, flavour profiles, and even the regulatory hoops that spirits companies often have to jump through. But more than just the technical side, Ryan brought his own brand of humour and creativity, which soon became a cornerstone of aviation's marketing strategy. Ryan's personality, self-deprecating, witty, and sometimes downright irreverent, was perfectly suited to a brand that wanted to stand out in the crowded spirits market. One of his first moves as co-owner was to create a series of advertisements that turned traditional spirits marketing on its head. While most gin ads focused on sophistication and elegance, Ryan's approach was refreshingly different. He released a series of humorous, almost absurd ads that felt more like mini-comedy sketches than commercials. In one ad, he described Aviation Gin as the best damn gin on the planet, with a completely straight face, only to admit moments later that he was biased because he owned the company. It was a playful nod to his role in the business, breaking down the wall between brand and consumer in a way that felt authentic and relatable. Ryan's marketing style was an instant hit. People loved the idea that a Hollywood A-lister wasn't taking himself too seriously. Aviation Gin's social media presence exploded, with fans and followers who loved the blend of high-quality spirits and high-quality laughs. Ryan continued to engage with fans on social media, responding to tweets and creating tongue-in-cheek posts that kept aviation in the public eye. And it wasn't just fans who took notice. Marketing experts started praising aviation for its groundbreaking approach to branding, calling it a masterclass in using humor and authenticity to create an emotional connection with consumers. One of the highlights of Ryan's marketing genius was the video he released in 2019 titled The Process. The ad, which he wrote and produced, featured a comically exaggerated gin-making process where every step seemed more absurd than the last. It was both a clever take on artisanal trends and a hilarious look at how products are often marketed in a way that feels overly serious or pretentious. The process went viral, reaching millions of views and solidifying Aviation Gin as not just another spirit brand, but one with a distinct personality and sense of humor that was impossible to ignore. And then there was the Aviation Gin Taste Test Addy. In this commercial, Ryan played the role of an over the top gin connoisseur, explaining the flavour profile of aviation gin in the most ridiculous way possible. With terms like botanical rainbow and whispers of elderflower, Ryan poked fun at the sometimes overly elaborate language used in the spirits industry. It was self aware and playful, resonating with people who loved gin but didn't necessarily take themselves too seriously. This down to earth, almost satirical style became aviation's signature, and Ryan knew how to leverage it brilliantly. As aviation gin's popularity soared, so did its financial success. In just 2 years under Ryan's guidance, aviation went from a niche craft gin to a major player in the spirits world. By 2020, aviation gin sales had skyrocketed, and the brand was becoming a household name in countries around the world. This success caught the attention of Diageo, one of the largest spirits companies in the world, which acquired Aviation Gin in a deal reportedly worth over $600 million. It was an incredible milestone, not just for aviation, but also for Ryan, whose stake in the company meant he'd earned a huge payday from the sale. But for Ryan, Aviation Gin was always about more than just the money. He continued to be involved with the brand even after the acquisition, remaining the face of aviation and continuing to produce new, entertaining content. In interviews, he said that being a part of Aviation Gin has been one of the most rewarding experiences of his career, allowing him to express himself creatively in a completely new way. And for the fans, Ryan's presence kept the brand's spirit alive, even as it grew and expanded under Diageo's umbrella. Ryan Reynolds' journey with Aviation Gin is a testament to the power of authenticity in business. In an industry where celebrity endorsements often feel forced or insincere, Ryan's involvement felt genuine. He wasn't just a spokesperson, he was a co-owner with a real passion for the product and a willingness to dive into the details of the business. His hands-on approach, combined with his sense of humor, created a brand that people felt connected to. In a world where consumers are increasingly skeptical of traditional advertising, Ryan's approach was a breath of fresh air, proving that you don't need to take yourself too seriously to build a successful brand. To this day, Ryan remains a creative force behind Aviation Gin, showing that sometimes the best business strategies are the ones that feel the most personal. And who knows? With Ryan's track record for innovation, we might just see Aviation Gin reinvent itself yet again, with even more laughs and even more success. So, the next time you're out for a drink, remember the story of how one Hollywood actor took a humble gin brand and turned it into a global sensation, all while making us laugh along the way. Cheers to Ryan Reynolds and to Aviation Gin, a brand that's as smooth as its gin and as unforgettable as its co-owner.